Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto livestream. So, little problem with the video for some reason. I am noticing it is not 100% the quality that I would like, but I think we're going to get this done as I have a ton of crypto news to share. And nowadays, I think it's most fun to talk about it in a live stream whenever I have the opportunity to do so. So if you guys are also happy with that and down with that, make sure you press that like button. If you guys couldn't make it, hopefully you'll still enjoy it afterwards, after the stream is over. But for right now, I'm going to try put in all the timestamps whenever possible. And I'm seeing you guys say something about 4 trillion. Not exactly sure what that is all about. Not exactly sure, but we have a lot of stuff to talk about here, so stick around and you'll most likely enjoy it very much so. Little side note, guys, I am right now drinking a fresh coconut, or I guess the milk. You can't really drink the coconut itself, huh? Of a fresh little coconut. I just got it for fun. In Dubai at my hotel, it was like 15 bucks. In the normal grocery store here, it was like, I don't know, 2.5, something like that. So I picked it up. Very nice. Very freaking nice. So today, I want to talk to you guys about the XRP price. I want to talk a little bit about Vechain, as I'm extremely bullish on that coin. I want to talk a little bit about basically everything that's in the title, and you guys can't see it, but at the top, let me quickly guide you guys through, all right? Through everything I have open. Metaverse, want to discuss. Vechain, want to discuss. Right now, what's going on with Elon Musk is a really big deal. We have to discuss that down to the core. Once more, Metaverse. Let me bundle these two things together. We have more about Polkadot. Crazy opportunity for Polkadot right now is around the corner. I want to tell you guys about that one. A little bit more about what's happening in the freaking US government, I should say. Holy smokes, is that crazy? We have some more stuff to talk, mostly because people did not understand exactly what I was talking about yesterday. I want to quickly clarify some of the most important parts. Then again, a little bit of Metaverse. We have a lot of stuff to talk about regarding Metaverse, and then last but not least, a little fun, well, I guess exactly the opposite of fun, news about Chinese authorities. So, yeah, a lot of cool stuff to talk about. If any of this stuff suits you and sounds like you or something you want to know more about, make sure you press that like button and sit tight. I'm going to try do my best to give all this information from my little head and these news articles into your head. And ultimately, you know the channel's goal, right? My goal is to make every single person watching this channel a millionaire. And I think this information might help you towards that goal. All right, let's first of all quickly do our crypto market overview. So right here, we're seeing a pretty bullish market. Bitcoin up 2.5%. Ethereum up about 3%. BNB up about 5%. XRP, actually the best performer in the top 10 right now, being up about 6%. And Polkadot up only 1%. Now, this is too fun to watch, mostly for the fact that I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and I told you guys to buy some other altcoins yesterday, and exactly the day afterwards things pump a little bit. That's just fun, right? Now, more about that in just a second here, as we gotta quickly head over into the XRP chart, because I literally told everybody buy at $1.07 whenever you get the opportunity. I hope a lot of you guys did. I also told you if you can't buy at $1.07, buy at $1.14. The last time I said that was yesterday, and right now look at where we are. We hit $1.23. Now you might actually be wondering why the $1.23.24 mark is actually such an important area. Some person says, "Oh, sound is gone." I think you're trolling me, right? I hope he's trolling, but let me quickly verify in the chat box. Somebody says sound is gone, and then somebody says he's so blind. James says we can hear you. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what that is all about then. So $1.23 to $1.24 is the supply zone for XRP right now. Earlier in the stream, I called out about this level right here, which is basically the top that we saw on November 4th to basically hit that. We barely didn't hit it. We're like, I don't know, like half a cent below it or so. We just barely didn't hit it. However, if we were really trading it like that with some, strong take profits and whatnot, we'd have most likely ended our position a little bit before that point would have hit. I told you guys, if you want to be certain, you got to sell your XRP a little bit below there. So that would be right around this area right here, a little bit below the line, not even the supply zone, but below the line. Or as a second point of sale, a little bit below $1.30, which would have been right here. It's more apparent on our bigger chart, but we don't have that open right now. As all I wanted to quickly show you guys is that things are so extremely bullish right now. This was a perfect retest, very, very nice to see. And I think a lot of people will actually bring back up the Fibonacci's here to see how far it should retrace to come back up, yada, yada, yada. Not going to do that. All we just got is a very nice confirmation that we are retesting this zone. We needed to do that in order to basically break through it pretty shortly afterwards, I hope. Right now, XRP is one of the top performers in the market cap. I don't think it'll be too long before we just go past. And as I've said on Twitter just now, if XRP goes to $10 this year, I'm going to take a little fun movie, and we're going to buy a Lambo. And by the way, you can see here, guys, this is right now, we have about $7,000 in the like I said, the account right now. Even though, right, I'll show you guys exactly everything. We actually only have $400 and $200 in these trades. And if you're wondering why this changed a little bit, is because I just recorded a Bybit tutorial that I'll be posting online hopefully later today or tomorrow. But I just recorded it where I bought a little bit extra XRP. I just bought that a couple of hours ago, which was pretty nice. I'm not exactly sure what the price was there. It was mostly for informational purposes. But I bought some XRP, which you can also see in the position. Then again, we were basically about $300 in with about $3.3 thousand profit. And for Bitcoin, we were about $260 in with about $2.7 thousand profit. So we're basically 1,000% up on both of these trades. However, the position margin changed a little bit, so things have changed as well. But we're basically 1,000% up on Bitcoin and about, let's say now, 750% up on XRP at least, which is very nice. But that is the longer term trades. The shorter term trades, which we put up yesterday, not exactly sure how those trades are doing. I can check it out if you guys want, but I don't think it's too relevant. I think within about a month or two, I'm going to show, maybe even, maybe a month or two or so. I got to get my head straight into the game, and then I'm going to show you guys my own account for Bybit, maybe. I'm just talking to a couple of people to see what's smart and what is good, because obviously, as you guys know, it's never that smart to put all your information on the freaking internet like this. It's not really that smart to show all your trades, specifically when it's life-changing money that you're messing around with. But from the other perspective, I'm thinking, man, if I can show you guys my story and show you how I'm handling the psychology of trading with multi-million dollars, for example, then maybe that might inspire another person to kind of do the same. And maybe that person can change his life that way too. Kind of sounds weird, baby, but I'm thinking, well, if my goal here is to make all my viewers millionaires, then I should also, I guess, set a right example of how the journey works, and I guess kind of how difficult it can get to get your emotions in the game when trading crypto. I don't know. It's been bugging me a little bit, but I've been thinking about it. Don't worry about it, all right? We'll get things done. Having said that, still right now, if you ask me, is a good time to buy these cryptos. However, it's always a little bit harder to buy XRP once it's gained this much, specifically if we got ourselves an opportunity to buy XRP at $1.07 just yesterday. Right now, $1.23, $24. It's a little bit annoying to buy at. Right now, we are at $1.22, so I understand. But that's a good day for XRP, guys. This was needed to push on further. So that is it on the XRP department. I am crazy excited about this coin. Still waiting for a Coinbase listing. Still waiting for a Coinbase explanation. Still waiting for the SEC to come out and owe up to their mistakes. Still waiting for the SEC to kind of explain exactly what's going on, but they don't. All those things we're just waiting for. It's kind of like waiting for the freaking, like waiting for the bus. When you're so freaking done, you waited already for 6 different buses. Your bus just fell out, so you can't take it, or your train or whatever. And you got to wait another 1 hour for it to come. And once you wait that 1 hour, which is going to be the last train of the night, that train also falls out. Now you have to wait until morning. But what happens? Morning comes, you're too late for your next flight. Things just all go wrong. That's kind of what it feels like. It's a freaking like, again? Really? It's just so freaking annoying. That's the best way I can define it right now, man. Things are not that nice in that regard. I'm also noticing a lot of you guys are into XRPL coins. The XR, I don't want to say it. I'm still not going to say it. You guys are freaking hyped up about that coin, man. Maybe if we get a crazy amount of likes, I'll talk about it over in this video. But I don't think so, man. Talk about the XR thing. Maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Hey, Chadwick, you know what? You said you need a moderator. I got you. I think you got me. All right, you're a moderator from now on forward. Chadwick, I've seen your name come by so ridiculously many times, and I'm not even sure where. I trust you, Chadwick. I trust you to the core. So please, as a moderator, please help the chat box out a little bit. All right. So moving on, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about, we're going to talk about Vechain a little bit. Because Vechain, holy smokes, guys, is Vechain a huge project? I think you guys already know it. I think you guys already know it from all the times I've covered this one. But here is 3 reasons why Vechain right now is a very, very good buy. And again, as I've said before, I cannot tell you guys to actually buy it because it's not financial advice, as you know. Let me quickly see the chat box here. So Chadwick says, I like your stream. A lot of you guys are still talking about that XRP Ledger coin. As I said before, maybe if we get this stream to like 500 likes, if we get that, I'll talk about it and I'll make a video about it, right? If we get to 500 likes, I'm telling you. So that's it. If you guys can get that done, you got yourself a video. Otherwise, no. Just gonna, see some demand, I guess, from the people. But a lot of you guys are talking about it, so maybe I should. It's difficult. I don't want to talk about it. But if the people really want it too much, is it banned? I don't want to say. I don't want to see people lose their money on that, guys. I'm all right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please. All right, just wait. Maybe eventually I'll tell you. Maybe I won't. Is it time to buy Vechain? 3 reasons why we think so. Vechain is one of the more advanced crypto projects solving problems in the supply chain and products lifecycle management. Vechain is preparing for a network upgrade in November, which could lead to a rally for VET. And that's honestly one of the most amazing things as of this point. For Vechain, POA 2.0 is launching, I believe, November 18th. Could be 16th, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so we'll get to that in just a second here. Capitalizing on its successful technology, Vechain is building towards attaining sustainability, and VET is currently undervalued, trading at almost half the value of their all-time high. So in terms of technology, Vechain is amazing. In terms of partnerships, Vechain is amazing. In terms of utility, I guess, so using the technology with the partnerships, doing amazing. And if we scroll down a little bit here, while significant upgrades have been made since its launch, Vechain is looking to improve its network with the Vechain Thor 1.6.0 network upgrade. The launch of the Vechain Thor 1.6 will prepare the Vechain blockchain for the POA 2.0 Phase 1 activation upgrade, and the Vechain network still has plenty of room to grow, especially if its supply chain blockchain software gains popularity and is further utilized by corporations, which we all expect it will. By increasing its security and performance via the POA 2.0 upgrade, Vechain could gain more adoption. And POA 2.0 network upgrade is being described as the first protocol of its kind in the world. POA 2.0 combines Byzantine fault tolerance, BFT, and Nakamoto consensus mechanisms to eliminate their weaknesses, but benefit from their strengths. Now, the 2.0 upgrade will guarantee that data is finalized immediately and ensures that no accidental forks of the network can occur. In addition, POA 2.0 will prevent branching, which can temporarily disrupt a blockchain, leading to data loss. Now, the testnet for this will launch on November 5th, so it already did. While the mainnet, which is basically the date you always have to watch out for, that's the most amazing date, that's the buy the rumor, sell the news type of date, is scheduled to go live on November 16th on that block number. And the successful launch of POA 2.0, which will most likely happen on the network, could lead to more gains for Vechain, which I honestly, ow, freaking hell, why did it do that? It's a stone table, by the way. So knuckles on stone, not too nice. Yeah, that's pretty juicy if you ask me. That is pretty juicy stuff. So once more, if you're asking me why Vechain right now, I talked to you guys about Cardano as to why I'm not so hyped up about it right now. It's undervalued, same thing for Vechain, but it's mostly because there's not really that crazy many things, or for Cardano specifically epochs. For Vechain before, it was like not many concrete things we could look out for in the future on the path. But right now we got POA 2.0 coming up November 16th. Very, very big day for Vechain. Very freaking nice. And so from that perspective, yes, it's a very big buy if you ask me. So I picked myself up a little bit of extra Vechain, even though I was actually making a lot of videos about buying Vechain at like 0.05, so half a cent, so 0.005 I should say. Yeah, I guess I'm just still buying it at these levels as well because Vechain has such huge gain potential. By the end of the year, I think Vechain can, honestly speaking, actually end off at about 50 cents or so. Right now the price is what, 13 cents, or is it already pumped again? Maybe, because Vechain keeps pumping up. It's already back to 16 cents. But Vechain can definitely end the year above 50. It wouldn't be too crazy. So from that perspective, I am picking it up like a freaking madman. And if you're wondering, XRP, I'm still expecting it to hit all-time high this year. Honestly, I'm still expecting it, but I guess we shall see. Now to move over into Elon Musk. I think this is by far one of the most interesting pieces of news we've seen in a very long while. Gotta kind of sneeze here. And there we go. Nice. I gotta also take a little bit of a sip of my coconut. You know what I don't like, guys? So in terms of environment, cannot say. But in terms of utility, I don't like paper straws. Little side note, I don't like paper straws as it just... And Chadwick, you don't have to ban all the guys saying the XR thing, man. If they want to say it out loud, it's okay. But let's just not spam, guys. Let's not go too crazy on that. But you can definitely love it or say in the chat box. I mean, if you want to say that, sure. But I don't like the paper straws because they go so soggy after like a couple of seconds, you know? Kind of, I don't know. just kind of thinking about that. All right. Michael Saylor and Max Keiser explain the benefits of Elon Musk converting his Tesla shares to Bitcoin. Michael Saylor and Max Keiser believe Elon Musk should cash in some of his Tesla stock and buy Bitcoin instead. Straight to the bat, I think this is very interesting. So, you might ask yourself, where did this come from? Well, it's actually because Elon Musk proposed himself to sell a very big amount of Tesla stock for tax benefits, so to speak, and we'll get to that in just a second. Michael Saylor and Max Keiser believe Elon Musk should cash in some of his Tesla stock and buy Bitcoin instead. Elon Musk has asked his millions of followers on Twitter whether to sell 10% of his Tesla stock, and the question is what to do with the proceeds. And the Bitcoin proponents, such as Michael Saylor and Max Keiser, have urged the world's richest man to buy Bitcoin. Now, is Musk to sell about 10% of his Tesla stock? Oh, yes, he is. The CEO of the world's largest EV maker took a rather unorthodox approach in regards to his financial future. He asked his multi-million fan base on Twitter whether he should sell 10% of his personal Tesla shares. Now, while many in the comments have speculated on what could be the real reason behind this contemplation, Musk argued that it's because of the recent discussion about tax avoidance and unrealized gains. So, much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance, so I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. And the question being, do you support this, yes or no? And I got a couple million votes pretty quickly. So, with just a few hours left until the poll's deadline, the majority of answers are in favor of Musk indeed selling 10% of his Tesla stock, which is estimated to be worth about $25 billion. Now, moreover, Musk later added that he will abide by the results of the poll in whichever way it goes. And that's kind of the crazy part right now, because the way I see it right now, this basically means he's going to sell 10% of his Tesla stock, crashing the Tesla price a little bit. I'm not sure what the price is right now. However, that's all for the traditional finance, right? That's not too much to worry about. The question for us crypto guys is he going to buy crypto with his money? And oh boy, am I excited to see this unfold. But guys, before we move on, I want to quickly say, make sure you check out the Telegram. A link is down below for that. It's a big group right now with all the army here, with the community in there. So you might want to join and say hi, stop by and say good morning. Second of all, if you also want to trade crypto with leverage, use the link down below for Bybit, as right now there are some crazy bonuses. And every single person who makes an account right now and deposits within, I guess, the next, week or so, will get 10 BIT from me personally, which is about 30, I'm thinking 27 or something like that, dollars, completely for free after making one spot trade. And it will take a couple of days before you get it, but you will. It's only for the first 100 people, and I think we have about, maybe 10 or so left. It's hard for me to say. I see how many people sign up, but I don't know how many people deposited, so I'm not sure how many people already claimed their 10 BIT. But if you deposit right now, sign up, whatever, you'll get it. And I don't want to talk too much about it because you guys don't like me saying it, but I just wanted to quickly let you guys know that is an option. All right. So about the Elon Musk ordeal, yeah, I think it's very interesting. I think it's a very interesting idea. And the fact that Michael Saylor put it up and got this much support also shows something. So let's see. I'm going to take my pants off, by the way. Little side note. I don't know if you wanted to know. Why? I don't know. I'm feeling like it. I'm feeling like it. Uh-oh. I'm accidentally moving my mic. We good? Yes, we good. Maybe it's because I'm hyped up. You know, I'm seeing Elon Musk buying all this freaking... the way you scream about that coin, it sounds like a huge scam. What coin are you talking about? XRP? Or what coin am I talking about like that? You talking about the bits thing? It's an exchange, not a coin. All right. Good. So, regardless of personal opinions on Musk, he's a polarizing figure that attracts attention whatever he does. And such a post that can decide the fate of $25 billion definitely garnered people's attention. Yeah, I get that. Now, the propositions below the poll on what he should do with the funds if sold ranged wildly. One of the most liked ones, though, came from MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor, and the prominent Bitcoin bull, staying true to his nature, advised Musk to consider purchasing $25 billion in Bitcoin and also convert Tesla's entire balance sheet to crypto. Saylor, whose company already owns more than $7 billion in Bitcoin, believes this move would deliver diversification, inflation protection, and more upside for all investors in a tax-efficient manner. So honestly, whenever this stuff would come out normally, I would say this is just not going to happen. But from the perspective that we're talking about this whole tax ordeal about him having to kind of sell it, and the fact that he's been known to kind of dabble around in things left and right, and the fact that you might actually talk about this unrealized gains perspective as well as coming from like people like Elon, where there might be some crazier rules for it. He might actually want to speculate on something against himself, so to speak. Tesla as a stock, SpaceX, all his stuff does well regardless of the market, but that depends kind of, right? I mean, Tesla does well even against the market because it's Elon Musk heading it and because of the current situation, I guess. But traditionally, if people have less money to spend, they're not going to buy a luxury item like a Tesla. Not as much, basically. Then again, as time moves forward and we get more progressive, energy-efficient things, or I should say, energy-efficient things like Teslas, which are, the proper energy resource consumption type of products. Energy cars, basically, instead of gasoline cars, are going to get more and more popular. So from that perspective, he has the longevity there. I'm just more so talking about the fact that it would be a good hedge against whatever he has. And if it's 10% anyway, I could definitely see some potential right there. Just being honest with you guys, I could definitely see some potential. What I see less potential in is the fact that he is going to sell or basically buy the entire Tesla balance sheet worth of Bitcoin. No, I don't see that happening. But he said, if the goal is diversification, an alternative strategy to consider is converting the Tesla balance sheet to a Bitcoin standard and purchasing $25 billion in Bitcoin that would deliver diversification, inflation protection, and more upside for all investors in a tax-efficient manner. Interesting, huh? Very, very interesting. Now, Crypto Potato, this website, also reached out to Max Keiser, the host of Keiser TV and a long-term Bitcoin proponent, who has spoken against some of Musk's decisions in the past regarding Bitcoin. Now, he reiterated his beliefs that you don't change Bitcoin, Bitcoin changes you, and added that Musk has learned from his previous mistakes and given up his dalliance with shitcoins, referring to Musk's love affair with Dogecoin. I mean, he hasn't given up on Dogecoin, but all right. Furthermore, Keiser added that Tesla's CEO seems ready to let Satoshi do to this decayed, corrupt financial system and political system what we have been unable to do ourselves, pull the plug. Now, although the chances of Musk indeed buying Bitcoin with all the proceeds seem rather slim, to say the least, Keiser asserted that the billionaire could become the new Dr. Kevorkian of finance if he indeed does this. Let's pray Elon follows up, sells his Tesla stock, moves the proceeds into Bitcoin, and kicks off a global rout in these stock and bond markets that are killing us with some malfeasance, kleptocracy, and hyperinflation, Keiser noted. Not a native English speaker, guys. Not a native English speaker. I try. All right. Let me know in the chat box real quick, guys. Where are you all watching from? Just quickly put in the chat box. I'd just like to see that. And if you haven't yet, guys, make sure you press that like button if you want to support the channel. Helps out and it's greatly appreciated. Hey, we just hit 133.6k subs, everybody. Woo! Little clap for I guess the community. A little two claps right there. Because I'm excited. I'm hyped up, man. it's been a good couple of days. I've been excited about everything. Trades are doing well, prices are doing well. I just bought into another sale, which I'll be making a video about tomorrow to tell you guys exactly what I'm buying into and what the plan is. I'm also going to buy into another sale tomorrow. I have a lot of freaking sales I'm going to be buying into, man, and I think it's going to get freaking nutty. At least I kind of hope so. Logic, yeah, I would say logically, some things should go pretty nutty. So I guess let us see. I think Chadwick has a zero tolerance for that specific coin. Not exactly sure if that's the way to go about it, because I think people should be free to shout whatever they want, as long as it's not too spammy. But all right, if it's too spammy, you think, you do you, my friend. You do you. All right, let's talk about the next subject here, because I have a lot of stuff about Elon and the balance sheet thing, but ultimately all of these articles are kind of the same thing. So he further went on to claim that he would abide by the results of the poll, no matter the outcome, and he also said, I do not take cash, salary, or bonus from anywhere. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes personally is to sell the stock, which I obviously get as well. I kind of get where he's coming from in that regard. Yeah, I understand. Now, Elon Musk, we actually just covered that. Now, if we're talking about the metaverse, which I definitely have to talk about more on my channel here, man. I'm telling you guys, the majority of the coins I'm buying right now are metaverse. Today I dropped another, I don't know how much money. I don't want to, I don't know. I think maybe $100,000 into metaverse coins today. Could be, no, I think that was actually 2 days ago. Today I dropped maybe $10,000 more into a couple of coins. I bought some mana specifically. I bought some, what was it now that I bought today? Let me see. Let me check it out. All of this stuff I'm buying over on, whenever I can, I'm buying it on Bybit. Whenever I cannot, I try Binance. But most of the stuff I'm buying on here. FTM I bought 2 days ago or 3 days ago by now. I'm not sure. I don't think you can buy it on here just quite yet. I bought Sand. Which one have I been buying as well? Let me check it out, guys. I bought Sand. I bought Mana. You guys told me to buy Anchor and Algorand, but I haven't picked them up just quite yet. I should. The CBX one has been really performing interestingly. Let me see. What else have I been buying now? I literally bought it today. How am I so confused? No, but specifically Mana and Sand I've been buying a lot of today. And I'm not even sure if the price is going to go up in the real short term. But the fact that so much is happening in the metaverse and these two coins are so related to it, you can already see how high up they stand, huh? As there's a lot of volume and a lot of demand for these coins. And oh boy, am I excited about them. Even though the turnover is not that great, these are some juicy coins to have, I think, for the longer term. BNB, then again, is also a very solid pick right now, but you can only buy that basically on Binance. But BNB is a very big plus if you ask me. Oh, Engine, there we go. So Graziano said it. Engine I just bought as well. What else did I buy, guys? The Phantom I bought a couple of days ago. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what else. I think those are the ones I really bought into. So Engine here, the reason I'm actually kind of heavy excited about that one is because of the Metaverse Fund that they announced, and the fact that once more, as I said before, some of these coins are just solid and central in the Metaverse ecosystem, and they'll just keep on growing as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Right now, I'm buying almost any single thing, at least a little bit into any single thing that's like Metaverse related that's already kind of out there. I'm not speculating that much on coins in like the top 2,000 like that. I mostly go for the bigger ones, as I want a little bit more certainty, because there's so many projects out there that are just plain up scams right now. It's hard to find the real good ones, you know? So the ones that have proven use case and proven utility like Engine, they get more of my money because I know they'll do well, and I know they've already done and treated me well. And it's also Engine, like I told you guys, buy Engine when NFTs were just popping off, which is a long time ago. And right now, again, new phase, new opportunity. I think Engine will have another one of these opportunities soon when, you know, the next phase basically goes big. But Metaverse right now, guys, we are very early into all this Metaverse talk. I think once the mainstream starts to really notice all about it and Facebook starts to make some really big step towards it, is when these coins will pop off even crazier. So, oh boy, am I buying heavily. And the majority of my money went into Mana over the last couple of days, which you can, again, buy over on Bybit if you want to. I bought a lot of it, and I bought a lot of Sand for the Sandbox crypto. But mostly Mana. Just going to be honest with you, Mana has been my biggest hold. If you look at my portfolio right now, a very good amount of it is in Mana, which is interesting. Scary, but it's interesting because I believe in it, I guess, huh? So it's not that scary, I guess. Now, I also just saw this article, Blockchain Metaverse Startups, Unparalleled Investment Potential. Think of how essential the internet is to everyday life now. That's what the metaverse could become in a lot less time than the internet did. which, let's be honest here, I kind of believe in as well. Is the metaverse good? Is it bad? That is for yourself to determine. But I do believe that it's going to be some sort of standard. AXS, I don't have that much of. I do have some indeed. A lot of you guys are saying you doubled your XRP with the XP Ledger coins. Nice, guys. All I can say is nice for you. Nice, nice, nice. Did you become a millionaire on crypto? Interesting question. Interesting question. KDA pullback. Oh, I see. You guys, why are you guys so excited about the XRP, about that coin? Why are you guys so excited about that token? What's going on? How can you guys be this hyped up? How can you guys be this? Well, I'm just checking the chat box here. Damn. Okay, so who in the chat box owns XR Doge? Let's see. I want to see it now. You know what? There's 300 people watching. Let's see how popular it actually is in the chat box. Because you guys are crazy hyped up about it, man. Yeah, I don't have any of that coin. I have literally zero, so I don't really know. I don't really care. I don't really know, to be honest with you. It's a meme coin, literally. Is it a rug pull? We'll see. It's literally made to make money on top of yo ass. It's not made because it's a good thing. And people say, oh, it's made to show the utility of the XP Ledger. No, I don't believe so. I believe it's literally made because they thought, hey, people are really freaking stupid. So let us make a coin right now that people will buy like crazy and we'll make money on them. But that depends. I don't know if it's completely like an airdrop like that. I mean, yeah, it's free for you guys. So I understand why you're less hesitant to talk about it and go crazy on it. So I get that. But man, I wish you guys the best of luck. I will not buy it. Even if I buy it, I will not tell you guys on my channel because I don't think it's responsible to do so. Whenever I talk about Shiba and stuff like that, you often people draw that comparison, say, oh, you talk about Shiba. I always will criticize myself and say Shiba Inu is so extremely popular and has a couple of game potentials that I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? If you didn't hear it from me, you'll definitely hear it everywhere around the interwebs, as there's literally billions of impressions on that coin. A coin like this is very freaking small. And the problem is, if I make a video about it, it could literally help the price really significantly pump, so to speak. Because if you look at the volume, it's a really, really small niche coin. Where one, I guess basically, not necessarily me, I'm not that big of a content creator just quite yet. But, for example, let's say me and a couple of other guys come together and you really start talking about it heavily. It could have such a big effect. And the question is that really what you want? I'm not sure, guys. So, yeah, I'm not really too sure about all of that just quite yet. I think with the Shiba, the Robinhood thing, look at the major exchanges that have listed it, for example. I mean, it's on freaking Coinbase. It's one of the most trending coins on Coinbase. It's literally the most traded crypto for a couple of days in a row. Is it scary? Yes. But at least it's literally one of the most popular coins in the entire world. Yeah, whatever. People don't even know what the coin does because it doesn't do anything. It's just literally people hyping other people up, which doesn't mean it won't make you money. But I will tell you that that's why I don't really like covering it. You might become rich with it. Yes, you might. I hope for you. Really hope. I really hope. But it's literally because you think some other sucker might buy it from you at a higher price. There's no fundamentals attached, no. I'm not really that big on the meme coins, guys. It's not really my thing too much. I sometimes throw $100 at it, see what happens. So if that's what you're doing, try it out. Why not? But it's not me. I'm just not that type of guy. So you guys do you. I will do me. A lot of those guys, like the big boy, whenever they buy tokens like that, which are meme coins, very often it's either because they get paid to talk about it or because they want to pump it up and make some money on your ass. Man, as I said before, at the end of the day, I think I'm going to be one of the realest ones you'll find on the YouTube here. A lot of people are trying to manipulate you to make money on you, man. It's sad, but it's reality. It's sad, but it's reality. Whatever. All right. And a lot of you guys are saying you got a lot of free XRP from it, man. That's what I hope. That's what I honestly hope for you guys, that you're getting a lot of good crypto out of this little swing for yourself. Be careful, take profits whenever you can. And again, I hope you become very rich out of it. You know what? That's what I'll say. I hope it works for the best for you. All right, let's move on to the next subject, I guess, because we went astray a little bit for a second. So the whole Polkadot situation, man. And I said before, guys, if we get to 500 likes this stream, I'll actually make a video about the coin, whatever coin you want. So if you guys really want a video on some coin, make sure you get that like button up. And one person, well, I guess one of you guys may decide what coin we're going to cover in the next video. I'll do an elaborate video on it. So if you guys get that like, you already know it. So DFG allocated 500,000 DOT to Akala prior to Polkadot per-chain auctions. All I wanted to say about this one is, guys, right now, you have one of the craziest opportunities with Polkadot for two ways. One, to actually get yourself yield by voting for the parachain auctions, basically. So go to one exchange, for example, or go to the whatever you want to do, whatever place you pick and choose to go for it. Vote on I guess, the auction or on the slot, basically, whatever company you think should deserve it. You can get a crazy ROI, this possibility. But second of all, if you don't want to vote directly, the fact that right now this is all happening is really the start is also another like big plus for Polkadot for the near future, for adoption, for progress, for everything like that. And so I'm seeing some very, very, very high probability that Polkadot will do really well over the short term. And it's not like VeChain where we have a specific one date. It's not like Cardano, ADA either, where we have no date at all. We know right now things have just started. We have a couple of end result dates for some of these auction slots at the start. This is a really, really big thing. Binance has also integrated it fully. A lot of other exchanges are really heavily on it. This is exciting stuff, guys. This is really, really exciting stuff. And I think it's one of the best factors for Polkadot right now, which could give a lot of extra, I guess, hype to the project, which is kind of funny because we just kept talking about the hype, huh? Now, to quickly move on to the next subject, let me put in the timestamp right there. It's 37 minutes. I'll be going for 37 minutes. Have you guys watched the entire stream? Have you guys been here from the start since I just started like 40 minutes ago? Just put yes in the chat box or no. Uh-oh, guys, my little straw, as I said before, my little coconut here. It's a pretty big coconut. It's completely, it's limp. Because that's I really despise freaking paper straws, man. I really don't like that. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Let me work some magic on this, guys. Give me a second. 20 minutes late. Did I miss much? Well, you can always watch the video like back because I put timestamps in. So, yeah, what we discussed XRP's price, the fact that we bounced back. Right now, we're coming back up. I think we're going to retest it again, make a double top, potentially come right back down or pump further. If we come back down, most likely going to kind of have another one of these bullish flags and bullish pennants. I don't think it's going to last too long. Our downfall, I think we're going to pump to $1.30, at least in the short term here for XRP is most logical. We talked a little bit about Mana, which I'm buying a freaking ton of right now over on Bybit. We talked about VeChain, one of my favorite coins right now. We talked about Tesla's Elon Musk selling $25 billion worth of Tesla for Bitcoin. We talked about my coconut. Talked about me taking off my pants because I was, I don't know, I was feeling excited, feeling a little bit frisky. We talked about, I think that was mostly it. We talked about the metaverse here. We talked about some random stuff, which you guys said in the chat box a little bit. Okay, I'm having a problem. You know what? I'm gonna take the sip for it then, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of unwanted coconut residue that I did not want. But we got some coconut juice as well, so I guess I'm happy. I also need to break the coconut as well. But I guess I'll do that later, because if I'm going to break it inside here, it's going to mess up my entire room, huh? I think. Yeah, that wouldn't be smart. Now, the question is, how will I break a coconut in an hotel room? Will I go for a... What is the freaking person behind the desk gonna think if I ask him to bring me a hammer? Oh, yeah, could you please bring me a hammer to my hotel room? Yes, please. Oh, that would be funny. Yes, or am I just going to smash it against the freaking wall? What am I going to do with my coconut? How do I do this? Usually I use like either stone, just like, the concrete for, not concrete, like the, big stones outside, or a hammer. But in a hotel room, what do? How do I open a coconut up? This is the stuff you don't think about on a day-to-day basis. You see, this exactly is why you come to the DustTBC stream. Because we're doing crypto, and I'm teaching every single person here to become a millionaire with crypto. I made it my life freaking goal. But we also have, real practical problems. Like how in the world do you break open a coconut without any utensils? And the funnest part is I don't even see any of you guys comment down below any answers. That shows me none of y'all know. None of y'all have any idea. All right, let's cover the tax one, huh? The freaking new bill in the U.S. Oh, Driven Madness says, ask the counter if they have something to open it rather than asking the hammer with no explanation. I think it's way more fun. What would happen if I just ask him, hey, yes, could I could I get a hammer, please? That would be way more fun, though, no? Should I call him? No, never mind. Next time I'll call him live, and we'll see what's gonna happen. We did the same thing a little while back in a different hotel. You guys enjoyed that? All right, let me put in the timestamp. Let's talk about this freaking bill, because we're not gonna creep out the freaking hotel recipient today. All right, so House passes the $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill that could crush the crypto industry. We have 3 articles on that. Congress passes $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. Crypto advocates criticize amendment or amended broker definition. Tax code 6050L or I. I'm not sure if this is an L or an I still. I don't know. And then we have Chinese authorities crack down on Filecoin. Oh, this is a different subject. So these two articles here coincide kind of exactly the same thing. However, let me actually go sit a little bit different here. However, what they basically encompass is the fact that as it currently stands, crypto miners, wallet developers, and everything of this sort would have to provide every single piece of information that they got to the IRS. But the problem is, if they do that, they're basically missing 95% of the information because literally it's impossible for those guys to know. Let's say there's a wallet provider. Use the wallet, right? They need to know exactly who you are. Why? Because they have to report this stuff to the IRS right now. If you ever make a $10,000 plus transaction somewhere, they need to know, right? They need to know. And this is not only for $10,000, I think it's also below that. But the problem is, if you're using a platform like freaking PancakeSwap as an example, how can PancakeSwap know who you are? They know your address, your crypto address. They can't do KYC because if they did, then it's just, what's the difference between a centralized and a decentralized exchange then, guys? It's exactly the freaking same thing. So, somebody says this is a FUD articles, FUD garbage. Not exactly sure what you are talking about in that regard. That's the truth. I mean, there's an infrastructure bill right now which passed the Senate. Right now, it's up for the president basically to decide the final. Yeah, Joe Biden has the final signature. But I don't know. I just feel as if he's going to pass it. To be honest with you. Now, what's going to happen from that point forward? It's only going to start going into effect from 2024. And like a lot of the other guys on Twitter have said, there's still a lot of time to amend it, still a lot of time to change. However, these things take a long time to change. A very, very long time to change. And it's not a simple thing because there's such a huge amount of opposition from both sides. Meaning, even though it will only come into effect in 2024, it's going to at least take, I think, another year and a half before a very big amendment is made, if it passes now by Biden, which is definitely an annoying little uncertain time. But also the fact that there's a lot of people against it, very much so. A lot of representatives are speaking up and saying, hey, this is not making any sense. Why are you doing this to kill innovation? But there's a lot of others who are like, screw you, big middle finger, stick it somewhere deep. We're going to go with it. We're going to ride with it. So from that perspective, if you're thinking, oh yeah, we'll get fixed because some of the senators are like, yeah, no, we don't. Well, that's what the senator vote is there for. And we noticed just now, there's still a higher amount of these guys who think, no, this bill is fine, when in reality, there was such a big hassle about it over on Twitter and everywhere. These guys must have known. There's literally no way they didn't know that nobody wanted this in the real world. So what that shows me is these guys know exactly what they're doing, and this is done on purpose. My thoughts, my thought process, those guys literally wanted to pull this through because they make more money this way, and they get more money for whatever this way. We cannot say, let's just leave America. We cannot just say it's just America. America plays a very big role in all of this stuff. We know it. So saying that they don't matter, it's BS. You know, it's BS. They matter a lot. However, let's just put in hope that it's going to be fixed at one point or another. I kind of still have some silent hope for that. So from that perspective, I guess, yeah, I guess we can stay excited. You know, I think things will work out. I'm not really too sad about that. Because most likely, if this was happening like right now, or people were really scared, the price would have dropped. Then again, maybe once Biden, and this is actually something which I'm preparing you guys for, once Biden gives the approval, the price might drop a little bit. So I'm preparing you guys. You might want to be careful having some long positions open around the time where Biden gives his approval, because it's already passed in Congress right now. Just letting you guys know about that. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the chat box right now. I'll see it. And then next subject for right now, because I think we've covered everything regarding the infrastructure bill. People said, oh, but the tax requirement is not bad. Not for normal people, no. But for people who just literally can't, it's going to be awful. And DeFi cannot exist in the US anymore if this pulls through. That's the problem. All right. Let's put in 46 minutes. There we go. All right. Chinese authorities crack down on Filecoin miner Ponzi scheme. Seize $62 million. That is nutty, ladies and gentlemen. That is nutty. So I always get a little bit confused when I read into that, because I'm not exactly sure, like, well, how can I say? I'm not exactly sure, like, was it a Filecoin that all of a sudden went rogue? Was it just like those Chinese authorities who don't want any crypto over there? Was it like a rogue Filecoin miner? Was it like a fake Filecoin type of, or, you know, what exactly was the wrong part right there? I always get a little bit confused when I see articles like this. But apparently, Chinese authorities have seized crypto assets to the tune of 400 million won, or roughly $62.5 million, after a crackdown on a Filecoin miner Ponzi scheme. The scheme is associated with the Shanghai-based Filecoin miner IPFS Union, and apparently they carried out about 31 arrests in the city of Xuzhou, alleging that they have been running a Ponzi scheme in the association. As part of the crackdown, the local authorities seized several crypto assets, including File and USDT. The crackdown was part of a multi-city operation with local police arresting individuals suspected to be part of the scheme in several cities. Now, let's quickly see here a little bit down below. It was one of the biggest Filecoin mining firms with effective storage power, while also selling miners and computing power to users directly. And through distributors, it had gotten investments from Fuzhou government and Chinese's Jiangxi province. It has also secured investments from crypto venture firm Fenbushi Capital. So where I'm kind of confused right now, and I don't really know, is the fact that they sold mining equipment, right? Which was, for example, fake. That's what happened before. They sell, for example, allocations where you think you're buying like the mining power, but in reality you're buying, you know, thin air, because they don't actually have the mining power. And in that sense, it's a Ponzi scheme. But the fact that everything is banned over in China makes me think, like, how did the government invest in this? How did that all work? Like, how does this all turn around from a certain perspective? That stuff I don't really get. Still kind of confused about it. But if you were involved in this, you most likely now know that it happened. And the fact that China still cracking down on crypto from some perspective. But I guess this is the good stuff, as they're taking down scams. So I guess we can't really complain about that, which I guess is nice stuff. All right, let me quickly see. Do you guys have any questions regarding the content of today? We talked about a lot of stuff. Let me see if you have any questions. And actually, guys, let's quickly see. We have about more than 300 people watching. Can we get to 200 likes right now before we actually do anything else? Can we get to 200 likes, guys? We have had about 5,000 people who pressed the stream on in total as well, if you're wondering, which is actually a pretty amazing amount. Pretty comfortable with that. That's pretty nice. Proud of that. Will China's CBDC start a CBDC arms race? I don't think so, because they should have done that a long time ago then. CBDC in China is basically already ruled out, or already number one. It's already pretty far in, so I don't think so. But a lot of other CBDCs are out there already. I mean, it's like nobody cares to be number one with CBDCs, I don't think. At first they were, but China was number one, so no. What are you buying mana at? I'm buying mana over on Bybit for whatever price. I just need to have it. I don't really care at the price right now, because you know what the big difference is, guys? Time in the markets is better than timing the markets. I'd rather just have some of these coins and, you know, not really mind it too much and just see what happens over the next couple of months than really trying to nitpick the freaking bottom of the bottom, because very often when you do that, prices start to pump. And I guess if I had to put a suggestion up, I would just say, if you really have all the time in the world, just buy a little bit of it every single day. If you have all the time, because that's, at the end of the day, most likely going to give you one of the better results. But I'm just buying it right now. I don't really care. What's the difference going to be if I buy at $2.80 or $2.50, for example, if I'm going to hold it to $25 anyway? Nothing, basically. If you ask me, it's going to be almost nothing. It's the same thing like buying a freaking car. $100,000 or $101,000. You know, because it's relative, it might not be the biggest difference anymore. $1,000 is a lot of money, right? But relatively, it might not be that big of a difference anymore. Same thing with mana. It's like, yeah, $2.80 or $2.60, relatively very big difference. But if my gains go to, let's say for hypothetical, right, $26,000 worth of profit or $28,000, but then a little bit further, if you take those further, it's like it's just gonna be juicy anyway. So just buy it, personally, right? I'm just buying it, holding on to it. I don't really care about the price. I do this for a lot of my coins as well. It just depends on what I think about them. But I think they're juicy, so I just buy them. Ooh, Drevin Mattis says, I just finished your live stream from 5 hours ago, and this popped up. I managed to buy in along with XRP at $1.09 when your $1.07 got triggered. Just made a nice bit of profit and cashed out. Was stoked. Very nice to hear. You bought at $1.09? So did you buy the XRP USDT perpetual or the XRP? Because apparently, this is also what I said in the previous live stream. I didn't actually know this, but I actually bought the XRP to USD. As some people in the comment section said, the price actually didn't drop to $1.07. It only dropped to about $1.09 or so. But that's because, again, I bought the other one. So there's XRP to USDT and XRP to USD. The USDT one is basically the one where you get profit in Tether, and this is the one where you get profit in XRP. This is the one I actually bought on Bybit, which I didn't know, because this one actually went all the way down to $1.07, which again was a pretty juicy trade though, guys. It was pretty nice. Then again, I also bought before that $1.16 live the day before, and I told you guys I'll buy at $1.14, which was a very nice buy area right now. I'm still saying upside is more likely, but it's a little bit scarier the higher that we go. But upside for Ethereum right now, for example, like I've been shouting, we actually bought Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. It's not just XRP. Right now, however, I'm also adding a new long position, I think, on Polkadot, as I've never really done that. I've never traded the inverse perpetual for Polkadot before. I'm thinking of adding one position and just buying a little bit extra. I'm thinking about that. All right. If you had to choose Sandbox or Decentraland, just buying both of them, Gemma. I just buy both. I don't know why the one would be better than the other. I literally do not know. I don't have the knowledge for that. So just buy both, as they both look pretty damn juicy. And I'm not really sure what the way off is for the one against the other. It's like, whatever, man. I'll just get both of them. And John UK Harvey back at it again with the £5 saying, haven't missed anything, any update on why XRP is going up? A lawsuit update. So lawsuit update, definitely not. Why is XRP going up? We expect it to be the altcoin basically season providing. We've covered before a couple of good zones to buy XRP at. Now we had a really nice, I guess, breakout from the bullish flag, if we're talking about real trading patterns. Nice breakout in that regard. I told you guys before as well, it's a longer term, if you zoom out more, it's a longer term, very bullish market with a short term downtrend. One of these times, you're going to get the opportunity to trade the breakout, as one of these times is going to have to come back and retest some highs before it's going to continue off further and basically set a new precedent from going lower lows, so basically, or I guess I should say lower highs from, oh, this is dark. Make it freaking, I don't know, purple, pinkish. From lower highs to eventually making higher lows. There's no real good lows just quite yet, but you get the drift. One point or another has to switch over, and it just looks like right now was that moment. Luckily, we got to buy in, which once more was a little bit of luck. A lot of you guys could have only bought in at like $1.14 because I said that. Maybe $1.16 if you replicated my own actions, but whatever. All right. I feel like Jeremy Hogan has been quiet lately. Yeah, there hasn't really been too much on the lawsuit recently. Last month here has been really quiet, as right now is the SEC mostly just deposing people, right? Just asking questions and whatnot. Let me take a sip of the coconut again. It will be a lot of freaking whatever. Still pretty juicy. FD says, what is the best platform to trade crypto? So that depends on where you are in the world. There's not one answer to that. I personally use I use bitrue a lot. I use Bybit a lot. Links for those are down below, by the way. If you use those, it helps me out, just so you know. But I've also used a lot of Binance. And I guess for the US, I'm not really sure what to say. I would say maybe Binance US, maybe FTX for people in the US. But I guess maybe Coinbase even. I think there might even be a Coinbase link down below. I don't even know about that. I don't use Coinbase personally. But in the US, your options are quite limited, I must admit. Uphold maybe? I'm not sure. So, yeah, okay. What do you think about Vechain? I talked about that earlier in the video. Very big buy for me. I think it's amazing. I think it's very freaking amazing. All right. Guys, I think that's it for right now for our stream for today. I have another video made on how to use Bybit. I might upload that somewhere throughout the day. Yeah, as I said before, our mission on the channel is to make every single person watching right now a millionaire. Some people who join later, I can't make the same guarantees, right? But right now, all the people watching, that's gonna be my goal. There's some crazy sales coming up, which I'll tell you guys about, hopefully as soon as freaking possible, so you guys can buy in or at least try to get involved with that. I'm gonna also try and look for the best exchanges. Gonna do my best to give you guys all the juicy info that you need. And if we're honestly talking, hopefully XRP all-time high this year can definitely happen. XRP below $12, not even thinking about selling any of those coins though, guys. If you ask me, XRP below $12 is always a steal. So I'm buying it up to the freaking moon, baby. I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, saying hi. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Make sure you quickly press that like button to help the video perform a little bit better after the stream is over. So, yeah.